What's up, y'all? This is Ben with Type Me, and I got a question for you. Has anyone ever offered you whiskey with water? And you thought to yourself, trying to wash away my sorrows, not my vegetables. So today we're talking about carbohydrates and alcohol and how that affects your blood sugar. So I was diagnosed with diabetes about 11 years ago. It was a diagnosis called LADA, which is latent autoimmune disease in adults, also known as diabetes 1.5. And as an adult, once you get past pertinent questions like, how is this going to affect my lifespan, or am I going to lose any limbs, you start to think about pertinent questions like, can I still drink alcohol? And the answer to that question is yes. Yes, you can drink alcohol as a diabetic. Is it healthy too? No, not really. Is it fun? Yes, it is absolutely fun. Should you do it? Well, that question is up to you. So this past weekend was my 40th birthday, and I decided two things are going to happen. Number one, I'm going to spend time with my best friend in the whole world, my wife Candace. And number two, go up to beautiful Prescott, Arizona, down whiskeyrow, and spend the day. We wanted to day drink, that way we didn't have to stay up late all night with the young kids because we're getting old. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We day drank and then we went out all night with the young kids because we're getting old, but we're still fun. Today we're gonna go over some of the most popular alcoholic drinks and how many carbs associated with those drinks. We'll start the conversation with beer. Beer is made from barley, wheat, rye, hops, yeast, and water. So the basic idea with beer is they extract sugars from the grains so that the yeast can turn into alcohol. And the average beer is going to range in carbohydrates anywhere from 1 to 15 and sometimes more depending on what the additives are that they put to give it the flavor. Then we have the hard alcohols, the friendly six, which is vodka, tequila, whiskey, rum, brandy, and we have whiskey, brandy, gin, tequila, rum, and brandy, gin, tequila, vodka, whiskey, and rum. Brandy is distilled from different fruits like apricots, apples, cherries. Gin is distilled from juniper trees. Tequila is from agave plants. Vodka is distilled from potatoes. And whiskey, my personal favorite, is made from malted grains. And lastly, rum is made from sugar, either molasses or pure cane. Now the strange thing is that even though these alcohols are made from things that's probably going to make my sugar go high and your sugar go high, because they're made the way they're made, they still boast 0 grams of carbohydrates per ounce. But there is an outlier, wine. Wine's different. So wine's made from fermented grapes, and the riper those grapes are, the more sugar you're going to find in your product. So sometimes the growers will see that a particular batch isn't ripe enough and they'll actually add sugar into their product. And usually it's like cane sugar or beet sugar. And for that reason, wine is going to run anywhere from 2 to 5 grams of carbohydrates per 5 ounces. So quick, simple math, if you're guessing, and I don't suggest to ever guess, but if you're guessing, you can do two things. Number one, you could do guesstimation math. If it's 2 to 5 grams per 5 ounces, I would just go high and say it's 5 grams per 5 ounces, which makes it 1 gram per 1 ounce. So if you're drinking 25 ounces of wine, that's 25 grams of carbohydrates. And for me, that's 1 unit. Now that's a lot of math, especially if you've been drinking. So I don't suggest guessing. If you need to, there are other options like Carb Manager and MyFitnessPal. Those apps will help you tremendously. Here's a quick summary. Beer is going to be anywhere from 1 to 15, sometimes up to 25 grams, depending on what they put into it. The friendly 6, those are 0 grams of carbohydrates per ounce. Wine, remember, can be 1 per 1. And that was my 40th birthday. So please share with me your life. I'd love to hear in the comments about what you experienced with alcohol as a diabetic, some of the highs, the lows, and the middles. If something I covered today affects someone you know, please share this video with them. If you have diabetes or something I covered today affects someone you love, please subscribe to these videos. And remember, we're the authors, editors, and customers of our stories. Write a story worth living, adjust as needed, and invest in your success. This has been I'm Type Me, and I'll see you next time.